One of the other strengths to what you're sharing today, and you just touched on it with the bone broth, is you're not saying we need this, I make a supplement, this is the only way to get it. We can get it through bone broth. We can get it through
Sure.
the gelatin, collagen. You do have a product. So there's all these different ways. We can eat nose to tail. So it's not like you're saying, I have the miracle solution and this is the only way you can get it. So people that are intrigued by what they're hearing today can decide on the best path for them.
Right. I say I have the miracle solution and there's lots of ways to get it. And you can get it for anybody else. Some people say, oh, I can get it a lot cheaper if I buy bulk glycine powder. Well, sure. A lot of the cost is in the packaging. So, of course, bulk stuff is cheaper. You can make your own coffee, or you can go to, is it Tim Hortons up there, or
Tim Hortons,
Tim
yeah.
Hortons. You can go to Tim Hortons or Starbucks, or you can make your own coffee. But, for the taste and convenience, just go online, order it, you get it delivered. It's just easy. And I try to make it easy because I want to make it available. And the way I make it available is I also make it risk-free. If you try one box or the introductory packet and you don't like it for any reason, and some people don't like, they say, oh, I can't stand the taste. Okay, fine. Don't send it back. Give it to somebody else or throw it out, whatever you want. Just tell us and you get your money back. If you're going to buy a case of it, oh yeah, give me 15 boxes and then you don't like it. Well, if you want your money back, you got to return the boxes. That's the way I work it. I mean, my father was a grocer, so he sold food. He passed up an opportunity to buy into the New York regional Frito-Lay distributorship back in the late 1940s after the war. And my mother was always mad at him for not buying in. And he said, I don't want to sell junk food. So he didn't want to sell potato chips and corn chips. So, but I've always been a scientist and a professor. And so number one, I obviously love to talk about things that I study. And number two, as a tenured professor, now I'm emeritus, I never needed the money. I didn't have to go into business. I opened the business when I was 60 because I realized that that's the only way you're going to make it available. If I just published papers, people don't want to hear about it. Big Pharma doesn't want to hear about it. Doctors who are well known in the field for treating this or that condition don't want to hear about it. There's a lot of resistance. Some of it you learn the hard way. Although, as I say, I started when I was 60, so I had been around the block a few times just in living life, and I didn't have. And that's one of the reasons that I figured, well, if I just sell it, it's safe. And I haven't gotten in any trouble over it in almost 20 years of doing business with it, because there's almost nothing. You can kill yourself from drinking water more easily than you can from drinking glycine, as far as I can tell. You just can't absorb it fast enough that way to do you any harm. And so therefore, I figured let people like it. If they like it, if you want it, buy it. Try it. If you don't like it, just tell me you don't like it. I'll give you your money back. But that's why I make it risk-free. So some people on the other extreme, they say, oh, well, why don't you just give it away for free? And I tried that. I tried first giving a lot of it away for free. And you know what? It's no good, because things that people give for free, they don't value. So I'm gonna be hopefully not offensive to a Canadian when I point out, in the American Revolutionary War, the pamphleteer Thomas Paine, who whipped us up to go to war against England, one of the things he said in his pamphlet, I think it was the one called Common Sense, he said, that which we obtain too cheap, we esteem too little. And that's the fewest words I know of anybody who said that. So, but that's true. You say, oh yeah, give it to me free. I'll take 10 of these, and then they'll take it home and they'll never even try it. But if you have a little skin in the game, okay, I've put, $19.95 on my credit card now, so I might as well at least try it. And then, most people like it. Most people find that it actually benefits them. And so that's why the business is successful. If they didn't, it wouldn't be, and that would be that. So that's again, you can even throw that into the scientific algorithm and say that's one line of evidence that it works. It's not a peer-reviewed paper, but it's it's another line of evidence that something is beneficial, because a lot of people think it's beneficial. They say it is to them, and that's why. So we put a testimonial page on sweetamine.com. It's searchable, so you put in if you have a disease condition or a pain condition or anything like that, and you're wondering if it's going to be helpful, you just type it in there, and then a testimonial will pop up, or however many testimonials there are from anyone else who's posted a testimonial with that condition. So, so we do that, try to have a website that's informative, and, get on, as much exposure as possible. I really want the word to get out. That was always my aim. And as much money as I make from it, from the most of it just goes into, advertising and getting the word out more. And, that's really my aim. So you can take it or leave it. Buy the product, don't buy the product, try it, don't try it, but do try it. I think, and most people, I would say to most people, even like I was back in 2007, 2008, I didn't have anything wrong with me. I didn't have any aches and pains that I knew of that were abnormal. But I used to get sunburns that, did some damage when I had too much sun exposure. I used to, when I was in my 30s and 40s, and, when I used to live in the Northeast and you get a foot or two of snow, I used to shovel snow for an hour and I was nice and fit. But you know what? The next day I was sore. But by the time I was in my 60s and taking glycine every day and shoveling the same amount of snow, I wasn't sore the next day. So it helped me, just like you take vitamins. Well, I don't know if it's helping or not. I feel the same. And I would say I felt the same, but, I didn't respond the same to injury, even to physiological injury, a workout, whether it's shoveling snow or going to the gym or a sunburn or a blunt injury or anything. So try it. It's, if you don't like it, you'll get every nickel back without even having to return anything. That's all I say.
Well, Joel, we've covered a ton here today. Before we part ways, any last thoughts around glycine you think we should hear?
Well, just that glycine is not really a non-essential amino acid. It really is essential mainly for reasons having to do with immunity. So it's not even strictly biochemistry, but you need more of it than you need for biochemical purposes. We need more than we're getting because of the diet that we have. It should have a lot more glycine in it than it does, because, we cut the muscle meat off the bone, we throw the bones in the trash instead of in the soup. And therefore, as part of a really healthy, optimal diet, and what used to be normal, presumably once upon a time, we need to take a supplement of glycine. And I believe everyone needs it for health and general sense of well-being. And I do sell a product, Sweetamine. You can buy it risk-free. Try it. It's not going to hurt you, and it might help you a lot. Many people help you a lot. Go to sweetamine.com and read about what other people say about it. And I think hopefully, well, the only other thing I could say really is that the real discovery is that inflammation, which everybody talks about, is not really a natural result of injury. It's not a natural response to injury. It's only a natural response to infection. And if you have enough glycine, it won't happen, and you will feel better for it and live better for it. And so I urge you to try it. And if my product doesn't work, use gelatin, use collagen peptide. Get it from somewhere, but get the glycine, because unless you're a real bone broth enthusiast or one of those people like that who's getting enough from what is nowadays a very unusual dietary regimen, you really need it. So get it from somewhere.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch a full episode. I'll see you over there.
Contrary to what it says in any source you look at, that inflammation is the immune system's first response to infection or injury, it is really only a first response to infection. Inflammation does the body